a lot of people get angry or just like ignore it when they get called a slur, and I like to take a different approach, especially when I know the person. And I was at work last night, and one of my coworkers thought it would be funny to like come around a corner and call me a faggot, and I was just like, oh boy, you don't know what you just did. So he came around, called me the slur, and I calmly looked at him and went, what the fuck did you just call me? And when I tell you, his skinny, white, straight boy ass got so pale, his eyes just went wide, and he was like, and one of our coworkers came over and was like, wait, what? Did I hear what I think I heard? And I was like, yeah, Jake, what did you just call me? And I made him fucking say it again. He was like, I said, faggot, and he had to deal with both of us just staring at him disappointedly. And when I tell you that boy was embarrassed for the rest of our shift and didn't fucking talk to me, you don't have to be mean. You just gotta embarrass the shit out of him.
Anyone else get really annoyed when you mention queer rights and people think you're talking about marriage equality? The modern queer movement started in the 1960s with riots in places like the Compton Cafeteria and the Stonewall Inn. And when we say riots, we're talking about bricks being thrown at cops. This was not about marriage. The movement was started by trans women of color like Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera, who formed organizations like the Gay Liberation Front that fought against homelessness, poverty, cops killing people, public health care, and for workplace protection. All issues that can affect all queer people, but were and are today more likely to face trans people and specifically trans people of color. The wealthy white cis gays actually denounced the movement publicly when it started. It wasn't until years later, when they started getting denied marriage, that they started to dump money into the movement, but only for that issue. I'm thrilled marriage equality is a thing, but let's remember the movement was built on trans women of color fighting for intersectional justice.
People in my comment sections really be telling me that I'm gonna go to hell. Like, I'm a bottom. Eternal punishment? That sounds excellent to me.
Trans people aren't looking to attack people in the bathroom. Well, we don't know that yet. It might be a possibility, and we need to protect women at all costs. Dad? What? I got catcalled again. Well, yeah, look what you're wearing.
Ayo, polar opposite couple check.
You can do anything you want when you sexy.
A gay is born, but there's also a bisexual!
I wish I could just understand. Oh, fuck, I think I'm a bit gay. You're telling me this whole time I actually have been the bad thing that people keep calling me? Shit.
Hey Ryan, could you explain gay panic defense?
The gay panic defense is a legal loophole that essentially allows anyone feeling threatened by someone's sexuality the ability to kill an LGBTQ plus person without facing any murder charges.
So essentially what you're saying is someone could claim they're scared of an LGBTQ plus person and that's why they hurt them?
Precisely.
And this is legal?
In 31 states.
Gay panic defense puts LGBTQ plus members in danger. It allows a loophole for people to commit hate crimes.
Please call your representatives, urging them to enact legislative protections against gay panic defense.
No, I'm not cis.
Ha! She.
Oh, I use all pronouns.
All of them?
Yeah, all of them.
Well then, how do I hurt your feelings?
You can't.
Whenever people say gays can't drive, no, city gays can't drive. Us country gays have to drive 30 minutes just to fucking make out with somebody.
Hey guys, I need to tell you something. Okay? Yeah, what is it? I think I'm gay. That's it? That's all? I'm watching The Office, okay? Wait, you mean you don't care?
Oh no, my son is queer. Oh, what will I ever do?
So you guys aren't mad? You're joking, right? No, I'm not joking. I'm really gay, and I hope that you can accept me for who I am. You know you have two dads, right? Yeah. You handle this. I can't. Yeah, we are both gay as well. And you never told me?
You're queer. Probably, if I'm on your For You page. But, if you haven't heard, I'm hosting a virtual pride. And I thought it was time for an update. Now, we have over 600 TikTokers, Instagrammers, YouTubers, and Grand Marshals Eugene Lang and Thomas Anders. And there's so many small events each and every day. Not to mention bigger events along the way, such as a gay prom, movie nights, etc. But I'm basically here just to tell you how the main event's gonna work. The parade. Basically, we have a streaming site that can have 6 people streaming at a time. So that will be me. Hopefully, we're reaching out to sign language interpreters, an interpreter so that everyone can participate, which, by the way, if you have any connections, I'm still looking for someone, and 4 other creators. This will also be linked to a YouTube, a TikTok, and an Instagram. Millions of people can watch. All hundreds of your favorite creators will be popping in and out and talking about story times, etc., in all of their favorite pride outfits. There will also be a place for you to submit a picture of you in your pride outfit. And at the end, Eugene and Thomas will come on to do some giveaways to you.
Okay, so nobody asked for this, and this might be the gayest video I've ever made, but I'm making little buttons! I handpicked little ferns and plants, and I'm turning them into little buttons, and I'm so excited, and I'm so excited! They're little buttons! I didn't know you could make buttons, but I'm making buttons! I'm so excited.
I was just at the post office and there was this beautiful man, and this might be a stereotype, but I'm pretty sure he was straight, and I'm just so sick of straight men existing! I feel like a baby and there's a piece of chocolate in front of me in a glass cage and I want to touch it and eat it! Ah!
When you are younger, you wish you're older. Then when you're older, you wish for time to turn around. Don't let your wonder.
There is no meme to be seen here. Whip out your boobies.
So you think we should let people who have penises use the women's restroom? Oh my god. Yeah. Aren't you scared of predators attacking women in the women's restroom? Yeah, of course I am. Everyone with a brain is. But you still think we should let them use the restroom? Yes, because... Wait, you carry, right? Oh, yeah, I do. So you understand that if we take away the Second Amendment, we're not stopping shootings, we're just taking guns away from good people who no longer have a means to defend themselves. Oh my gosh, yeah, finally someone who gets it. Same thing applies to the bathrooms. If we stop transgender people from using the bathrooms that align with their gender, we're not stopping predators from going into the wrong bathroom and assaulting women, we're just preventing good people from using the right bathroom. You know I carry, right?
Thanks. Can I have it back? Okay, I understand, but this was for Black Lives Matter, and we can make one for those who are both, but not this one because it's a movement for Black Lives Matter. Videos and comments like that are one of the prime reasons why I almost didn't do the blackout day. His ignorance is really showing when he says, "Can I have it back?" Because the Philadelphia Pride flag was created specifically to recognize black and brown people leading the LGBT plus rights movement. The blackout was to recognize Black lives that matter too, yes? Are black LGBT plus lives not black lives? I may not be biracial, but I really feel like I'm stuck between two worlds. The black community loves my blackness, but they hate my gayness. You have to be a real man, a masculine man. They claim they're not homophobic, but they won't come to my wedding. I can't bring my husband around. I'm not allowed around their kids. The gay community loves my gayness, but they hate my blackness. If I don't fall in that straight-passing, muscular black man porn fetish they have, then they want nothing to do with me. Both groups expect me to walk with them, but they won't even sit with me.
So back when I was in college, I was working on a final project for one of my LGBT studies classes where I interviewed people about their coming out stories, and then I put it all together in a book to prove how diverse the lived experiences of LGBTQ people are. So I posted it all over my social media, and I was like, hey, please, if you're willing, let me interview you about your coming out story. I provided an email if people wanted to do it anonymously, otherwise they could just contact me however they wanted. Most of the people that did it not anonymously because it was like my friends and stuff, but I did have one person use that anonymous email, submitted their story. At the end, I put it all together. Everything was great. I was really proud of it. I got everyone's consent who participated in the project to send it out to each other so they could all see how it turned out. In it, I included my own coming out story, which included a bit about the girl that made me realize I was gay, which is a girl that went to my high school that I had never talked to ever, but I had a huge crush on, thought she was so cute, wrote all about that in my coming out story. Sent it out, didn't think twice, got an email back from that anonymous person, and it was the girl who I had written about making me realize I was gay, saying, thanks for calling me cute.
Oh, so in response to the blackout, y'all want a White Creator Day. I'm in, let's do it. For one whole day, let's talk about missing and murdered Indigenous women. Let's talk about the school-to-prison pipeline. Let's talk about the anti-Chinese yellow peril sentiment. Let's talk about labeling Filipino immigrants as savages. Let's talk about Islamophobia and synagogue shootings. Let's talk about school shootings. Let's talk about the failure to protect trans men and women of color. Let's talk about the failure to handle the AIDS epidemic. Let's talk about destabilizing other nations and then calling them chaotic. You want to have a White Creator Day? I'm down. Let's go, babe.
Coffee gays and energy drink gays, but what we don't realize is that there is a rare breed of gay that drinks both, and we should be afraid because they can and will take over the world.
So this is an actual conversation that my girlfriend and I had the other night. Hey babe, ready to snuggle? You ignored me. What do you mean, when I was playing video games? Yes, I was trying to be sexy, but you were ignoring me and just playing Overwatch. When were you trying to be sexy? I was dancing naked in front of you? Okay, babe, you're always naked in the house. You never have clothes on, so that's not a unique situation. And I'm sorry, I didn't know you were being sexy. I thought you were just being silly and trying to make me laugh, because you do that sometimes. Well, I was being sexy. I was doing the choreography of All That Jazz from the hit movie Chicago. That was the choreography from All That Jazz? Yes, and it was very sexy. I'm sure it was, babe. Do you want to show me again? Yes. Da 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 da.
1, 2, 3, funk it. My darling, I love you, I love you. Ain't nothing but a hound dog, girl. You're crying all the time. Girl, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm saying. I got to do. You know how we do it. West side. Coming from the feel the rain on your skin. No one else can.
Some of these straight men are really starting to confuse me. They're out here like, I'm not gay, but if I were, I would take you on a date, take you home, and pin you against the wall. Like, you're starting to sound gayer than me. Chill.
Gay people will watch anything with other gay people in it, if you think about it. Like, a couple of weeks ago, my wife was like, do you want to watch Killing Eve? And I'm like, nothing sounds worse than watching Killing Eve. That sounds horrible. And she's like, there's lesbians in it. And I was like, oh, like how often? And she's like, a lot. Well, sign me the fuck up then. I'm in.
You've heard of Elf on a Shelf. Now get ready for... I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm being honest, I don't really like gay culture or gay stereotypes because I really feel like I don't fit them. Like, I'm not feminine at all. I don't wear makeup. All my friends are like straight guys, and like I can actually take a joke, like when one of them says the F word. Like, I don't really care. Like, I think it's kind of funny. Oh my god. Do you think they bought it? Yeah, I don't know. I hope so. I really want followers.
You purposely misgendering people? It's fucking cringe.
Put your hand in mine. You know that I want to be with you all the time. You know that I won't stop until I make you mine. You know that I won't stop until I make you mine. Until I make you mine. Put your hand in mine. You know that I want to be with you all the time. Oh darling, darling, baby, you're so very fine.
Daddy, I want a squirrel. Get me one of those squirrels. I want one.
Ruka, dear, you have many marvelous pets.
All I've got at home is 1 pony and 2 dogs and 4 cats and 6 bunny rabbits and 2 parakeets and 3 canaries and a green parrot and a turtle and the silly old... Whoa, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, 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 yeah. I got a new life. You would hardly recognize me. I'm so
gay.
Excuse me, miss. Excuse me, miss. Excuse me. Whew. All right. My ex said she wanted to be friends again. Can I borrow that U-Haul?
I've been having such a good day today, and I couldn't figure out why. Until my husband asked me what I was drinking, and I said the lemonade that's in the fridge, and he said there's so much vodka in that lemonade. So anyway, it's Tuesday at noon, and I'm drunk.
Has anyone found out what the fuck is wrong with straight men yet? I was dating this guy, and he said to me, in all seriousness, well, if you like girls, doesn't that make you a lesbian? And I said, no, bisexual people like men and women, and lesbians typically only like women. This man looked me dead in the eye, and he said, does that make me a lesbian? No, that makes you a fucking idiot.
Okay, so I realized when I go and get coffee, the hot barista that makes my coffee probably can't tell that I'm gay, because, you know, like, she probably can't see this or this. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do? So then I was like, well, I should just add a flannel. So now that's a lot better, you know, a lot more gay than before. But then I was like, well, there has to be something else. How else do I let her know that I'm gay? So here's what I came up with. So let me know if you guys think this will actually work.
When I was like 17, I was making out with this guy in our underwear in my house. My grandpa walks in and asks what's going on, and I was like, oh, we're wrestling. And he said, next time can you all wrestle when I'm not home?
All of the girls were like, yes, queen, Dean Slay, you're not real allies. If you want to be a real ally, there's only one thing you need to do. Peg your boyfriend.
That's nasty. I'm gonna go throw up.
So, my daughter Elizabeth gave me this really cool necklace for Mother's Day, and it has a gem for every woman in my line: my grandmother, my mother, myself, and my daughter. And I put it on Facebook, where unfortunately Karen lives. And Karen decided tonight that she needed to school me and tell me that, well, I have 4 sons that I gave birth to. My daughter doesn't count as my daughter because I didn't have her and she's not legally adopted. And let me help you out here with this one, Karen, okay? Because I'm only going to say this one time. Family is what you make. My daughter's LGBTQ. Her birth mother couldn't accept that. Her birth mother didn't take good care of her. Her birth mother's on drugs. She needed a real mother, and that's me. And here's what real mothers do. When they look at posts like that and they find out that their daughter saw it because you tagged her in it, then you get to see what a real mom's going to do next. Bitch.
Ladies, we are no longer asking girls if they listen to Girl in Red. Here are some alternative questions. What's your favorite flavor of Coke? Hey, do you remember that Pixie Hollow game from way back when? In addition, was Silver Mist your favorite Pixie Hollow character? What are your thoughts on worms on strings? What are your thoughts on long Furbies? What are your thoughts on frogs? How does rain make you feel? Are your favorite flowers one of the following? Hydrangeas, lilies, or chrysanthemums? What's your favorite color, and why is it pink, purple, or orange? In 2016, when everyone was making jokes about how everyone was gonna go as Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad for Halloween, did you really not mind it? Did you want to be best friends with Hermione growing up and had a weird obsession with her from the books and honestly got into Harry Potter because of her?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, level up, 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 level up.
Meow, 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 meow,